What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Definitely got to restore these web pages. Today, gold is pumping. I got to hurry up and get a thumbnail up for this video. Let's pump it up. Gold and silver are pumping. Yeah. Sorry, guys, I didn't learn to type right. Usually we get a lot of people that don't like the way I type. I never learned. I had to teach myself how to type. So, just pretty much got up. Pretty much just woke up. I was had to work real late last night, and then when I got home, I had to research a whole bunch of freaking penny stocks for the Patreon members. I just bought about 4 of them. Yeah, I just bought about 4 of them, and then I bought about 5 the other day. So I'm loading up on the penny stocks, and I already had probably about 5 or 10. So I figures now I got about 20 different gold and silver junior miners, the penny ones. These are the best ones that are going to get explosive. These are for the mania. The mania phase comes at the end. So we're loading up for the end of the gold bull market for the mania. And guess what? I was doing my research on these gold penny stocks, and I found a couple of them that already blew up. They went crazy. They already went insane. So I don't think we have that much time left to buy the gold and silver pennies. We do not have a lot of time left. I'm already seeing a couple of these go insane. And I mean really insane. But the good news is the vast majority of them haven't really moved all that much. That's really, really good news. Okay, what's on the agenda today? I do believe you should have a 401k with your job. Yes. And you should put in the maximal amount that the company's going to, contribute back to you. So, yes. So the agenda for today is I'm just going to do a gold video right now, trying to get a bunch of subscribers, trying to make some money on YouTube. That's what we're trying to do here, is make some money. Make some good money. A lot of money. Going for some super chats today, seeing if we can get a lot of likes. Just try to make some money. All right, guys. And I'm going to be talking about gold and silver, obviously. All of the reasons that we should be holding and buying more gold right now. And there is a lot of reasons. We are finally getting we just got a huge move on gold. I was like, I got to get up and do this thing, because I wanted to buy these stocks, but I was just laying in bed. So I was up so late researching these stocks. Sometimes I have to look up 20 different stocks just to get one good one. Okay? And I found about 12 good ones last night. So I researched a lot of stocks just to come up with this list right here. And I already had a couple other lists. So I'm trying to put all of the gold penny stocks I have together and figure out what are the best ones. And then I'm going to make a Patreon video telling you guys the best ones. And I already have a preliminary video on there. Do you truly believe that YouTube is committed to sharing money with you? No, YouTube, I'm not sure, but you guys, yes. You guys, yes. But yeah, just the company, YouTube in general, they've been good to me. They've been good to me so far. Not real good, but they've been good, okay? So Jesse Pinkman, yes. What up? Wow. Unless you serve their homeboy, I'd remove those dog tags. Serve their homeboy. Homeboy? Who's homeboy? So yeah, guys, let's make some money today. Let's pump this up. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Let's go. Gold is up to 43.70. That means we're this far away from a new record high. And whenever gold's going for a record high, you know I got to make a YouTube video about it. Let's go, guys. Lots of the stocks are flying today. Donald J. Trump stock, DJT. Okay. That chain looks fake AF. Yeah, I've heard that like 8,000 times. Why do you coming out of the closet? Thank you for coming out of the closet. Yeah, I slept in the closet last night. I just came out. I just woke up. I sleep in the closet. My handler makes me sleep in the closet. I don't get to sleep in the bed. So Charlie Kirk's wife calls me up and she said, "You better be in that closet." I'm like, "Yes. Yes, ma'am." Yeah. And then she gives me the evil eye if I'm not doing what she says. Okay. So I'm not. You look like you've been on a meth. No, I don't do that. I just been working hard for you guys on the Patreon. Coming up with this list of stocks that are hopefully going to make us all rich or make us all poor. You know, you invest with me, you could become rich. Yes. Or you could become poor, or you could stay poor. You know, I like to think that everyone who follows me is going to become rich, but you guys will not always do what I say. In fact, you know, you won't, you know, not until a couple years down the line. But I've had people that started with me a couple of years ago, and now they buy every stock that I tell them to. So a lot of you guys that are new, you're not going to buy the stocks that I tell you to buy. You're going to buy them in 2 years. That's too late. That's too late. I got this list coming out right here, right now. I'm going to put this up on the Patreon today. Okay? And I'm probably going to buy more of these myself as I speak, because I actually ran into a lot of good ones last night doing all my research. I was up till like 4 in the morning doing research. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I really only got 6, 7 hours of sleep anyways. But I'm glad I didn't get much sleep because I found a lot of bangers that are going to explode in price. Okay? Do you work at Best Buy? Yeah, I'm the Best Buy stock trader. You have never heard me say that before. I'm the Best Buy stock trader. So, are you pretending to be rich? 6, 7. So let's check out. We don't have really enough viewers to really get into the news yet. Let's wait for a few more viewers to come around. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Hit that like button. Let's go. You wear a Pokemon hat and wearing a Best Buy shirt. Ain't no way anyone going to take you seriously. Well, the people that have been with me for a while kind of know I like to dress up a little bit, you know. As a matter of fact, I've seen one very rich YouTuber. He painted his face and he wears stupid glasses and a stupid hat. The guy looks more idiotic than I do. You know, I'm trying to look idiotic on purpose. But this guy looks really idiotic, and I think he looks that way normally. But yeah, this is how I like to dress up for the show. I could wear a suit and tie, but that would make it too easy for you. Then you'd say, "Oh, this guy must know what he's talking about." Yeah, it's not going to be that easy, buddy. You got to actually take a chance. You got to take a risk. All right? Take a risk on me, but give me money. Otherwise, do not take any risk at all. Because I'm not going to make money. If I ain't making money, you shouldn't be taking a risk on me. What's your net worth? Why should I take your advice? You don't, and you don't have to, and if you don't, I don't care. Because I'm making money either way on these stocks. So I don't care if you take it. It's not even worth me mentioning or talking about you as a commentator on my channel. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you might, you know, I've had a lot of bangers on this channel so far. I'm very proud of my track record. Very, very proud indeed. Especially with TerraWolf. Me and my team came up with that one, and that was the most recent payout that I got a very large lump sum from that stock. Very large lump sum. And I know the rest of my team did as well. We all got a very large lump sum on TeraWulf. I think we've got the next TeraWulf, guys. And there's going to be a lot of them. There's going to be a lot of next. So this is the best news that I could have for you guys today. We've got a lot of new TeraWulfs coming, a lot of really good stocks. And I can't just ramble all day. I actually have to keep buying some of them because I had plans to spend the remainder of my money on these ones right here. So a couple of them, I actually found a couple of really good copper ones. I'm not going to tell you guys, it's only for the Patreon members. But if you tune in later, if you join the Patreon, I'm going to bring this video out later today. And I will include these couple of copper ones that I found. Because also, DJT popped. I said DJT was going to go. It just jumped up today 35% because they did a merger with some other company, you know. And remember, this is Donald Trump's company. He can probably merge with whoever. They can make up any fake company and then merge with a fake company and make it look like it's real. They can do whatever they want. So DJT, I think that is going to pump to about $50 to $100 a share. Okay, that's a freebie. And the only reason I'm giving you that one for free is because you won't believe it. I can give you a free stock. You're never going to believe it. And then it goes up. Oh, and then it's like, oh, he gave that one for free too. Wow. You know, that's what they say after the fact. But that'll be funny when that time comes, like it always is, you know. Okay. Please like this video, guys. Okay, this copper one actually dropped anyways. Good, good. I'm definitely going to be buying this one. Well, it kind of dropped. But the potential on this one is not as huge as the other copper one I got. So this is how I whittle down my list to bring you guys the best. So this one I actually put a star by. That means it's definitely going to be one that I'm going to have on the Patreon. Also, with these penny stocks, well, I'm not going to tell you how to find the best ones, and I will be putting out a video. Yeah, copper's starting to go, so there's no doubt that these copper ones are starting to really move up now. No doubt in my mind. It's up to 37 cents, but I think it could easily hit $3. So this one I'm looking at about a 10x. I'll be putting this one on the Patreon. I found a really crazy stock. I found a really messed up stock name, a really, really messed up ticker symbol. Like, this thing is just messed up. It's a bad word, and then it's another bad word. I'm going to put this one on the Patreon because it's actually a good stock too. Like, it's ridiculous. I'd never imagined that I would find a stock with this ticker symbol. It's a really bad word. Not the F word either. It's a word that you guys always like to say. And I like it. I like it. It's got a low float. The chart looks amazing. It had a massive pump and it's pulled back down. That's what I like to find. Stocks that have pumped before and they look like they've been manipulated back down and the insiders are loading up at these low levels. So this is I already bought this one today. Let me just make sure I bought it. Yeah, it says I have a certain amount of shares. Show me a 2-year track record. It's right here. I'm not going to show you my account value. Stupid. Don't ask that, stupid. Okay, you're going to tell me what your account value is? You're going to show me? While you're at it, why don't you show me your account number, you know? So I can try to hack you. Guys, you never show your account. You should not show your account. Don't listen to these guys. You know, if he doesn't believe it, he's not going to join the Patreon, and then that's not going to affect me that much. It just means I don't get his $10 a month. Not that big of a deal. Why don't you mention your net worth? I'll just say this, guys. It's over 9,000. It's over 9,000. Okay? My net worth is over 9,000. Which stock options? I'm going to be talking about some options on the Patreon as well because Some of these are starting to move now, and I've got good strike prices that I got plenty of time, and it's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, this one keeps going up today too. Check this stock out right here, guys. First Majestic, 1673. I told you guys to buy it back down here. Okay. And then boom, 1638. All right. Easy money, dude. That was easy money because we knew gold was going to go up. I showed you guys that. What did I show you? What did I show you guys that told you that gold was going to go up? Don't you guys know? I showed you the chart. Gold was forming a cup and handle. So I'll show you how we knew all these gold stocks were going to explode and we were going to start making a ton of money. And then my account value was going to skyrocket so much and you guys wouldn't believe me. This is what caused it all. I saw this cup and handle forming, okay? Cup and handle. And I said, guys, the next move is going to be straight up. And now look, straight up. My exact prediction played out exactly as I said. That's why that I saw this coming, okay? I saw this coming back in here. I said, look at this cup. I saw it coming back in here. This is where I started my channel, John's Gold and Silver. Boom. Right after I started my channel, boom. I said, guys, gold and silver are going to skyrocket. I can't wait. I got to start a YouTube channel, and I got to work as hard as I can. Because if I make you guys rich, then you're going to give me some of that money back. That's in theory. In practice, it doesn't always work like that. But at the very least, I can get $10 a month for the Patreon. So 9K, it's over 9,000. Avenge outdoor smokers be like, work. Pretty sure it's ketamine. Ketamine. You can't talk about that on here, okay? These videos are monetized. So if you say bad words, I'm going to put you in a timeout. Yeah, if you say bad words, I will have to put you in a timeout because we are monetized. I'm trying to make money here, guys. You can't afford K. Samsung signed contracts to a silver mine for 100% silver for next 2 years. I have no doubt. That's what I told you guys, that these massive companies are probably utilizing different strategies, the market makers, to try to keep gold and silver down while they make all these contracts. So there's this huge push for all these companies to team up with silver mining companies, probably like Hecla Mining, Courier Mining. I bet you Tesla is probably buying stock in silver mining companies so that they own some of that silver in the ground. All these guys want to have silver. They all need silver. With the 5G, with Samsung electric batteries, these solid state batteries, they're not going to use like any kind of a fluid inside. There's going to be solid state batteries, and they're going to have a layer of silver ions that allow much more conductivity, much more rapid charging. It's insane what silver can do. So there's no doubt in my mind that silver is going to skyrocket. Okay, no doubt in my mind. And you say it's over? Silver already skyrocket? No, it just began. Silver has just begun. Okay, so we're early on these stocks. We're very early. So, like this one right here, First Majestic. I think we're going to go much, much higher. Okay, much higher. Because back here, this is when silver hit $50 an ounce. Where do you think we're going when silver hits 150? Up here, probably. Okay. First Majestic stock is going to go into the stratosphere when silver hits 100, 120, 130. So these are ones that are good to load up on. First Majestic silver. That's one of my favorite ones. All right. First Majestic. So you will need a better return on your money buying CDs than listening to this guy. I usually don't advocate for people buying certificates of deposit. I have my own story about a CD, because when I was younger, I bought a CD for $10,000 and it wasn't doing nothing for me. I still remember the day that I went in. I was like 15 or 16. I went in and I said, I want to get my money back for my CD because I want to buy gold stocks. And the teller kind of laughed at me because I wanted to take my money back. And I turned that $10,000 CD into over $50,000. $50,000. This was back because I was buying gold stocks back in 2006. I turned 10,000 into 50,000. So that's my track record. Now, because of all the stuff that I've learned, I believe I can turn 10,000 into 150,000. Because back then, I didn't really know anything about stocks. I was just buying random ones here and there, random gold stocks. I knew they were going to skyrocket because I was into gold back then. I started getting into gold in the year 1999. Okay, and you guys all, what's your track record? I've been studying gold a very long time. That's my track record. All right. Prove it. I don't have to prove nothing, boy. Off-brand Slim Shady. Bro, you can't even afford to fix your teeth. Prove what you say. Nope. Not showing my account value. That's stupid. You can hack it then. Because then you can call and say, oh, I have this much. You don't know my name? Okay, my name is this, and I have this much money. That must be my account. You don't show your account value. Nobody does. Not Francis Hunt. Not Michael Pinto. Not Michael Burry. Not even Donald Trump. None of these guys are going to show you what they're worth. They just want you to believe they're worth a whole lot of money, and they are, So, quit yapping. What's your point, brother? Let's hear it. Gold's going to go up. That's my point, boy. Let's go. That's because you're a liar. What's your message for the people? My message for the people is to save money and invest money. That's what it is, basically. And look into physical metals. The physical metals are very good to hold on to, very good to buy for the long term, because it could be a bumpy ride. Silver could skyrocket up to $150, and then it could come down back down to 60 or 75 bucks, like where we're at right now. So it's going to be a wild ride. We're going to skyrocket, and then we're going to come down. And then I think in the next 3 or 4 years, that's when silver is going to make its real move. Also, oil is going to make its real move too. Everyone's bearish on oil. That makes me very, very bullish. Okay. Remember Tesla? When everyone was bearish on that? Look what's happening today. When everyone was bearish on Tesla, I said, buy Tesla. That's my track record, bro. TSLA. Let's see if I was right. Yeah, it's up to 489. Was I right? Yeah, I was right. See that? When they were all burning up everyone's Tesla, I said to buy the stock. My track record is better than anyone else's on here. And I'm actually not afraid to call out ticker symbols. A lot of these other channels are afraid to tell you, buy this one or buy this one. Sometimes I tell you, look at DJT, Donald J. Trump stock. All right. DJT. It just skyrocketed 34% today. And I said to buy that one because it was only $10 a share. I said, that's a good buy at $10. I said, yeah, we could go down to 6 or 7, but the chances are we're going much, much higher. Okay. So DJT, I still think that's a buy. Still think it's a buy. And I personally, I don't really get into what I own, but yeah, I've had DJT in the past. Yeah. Okay. I like electric cars, but prefer gas. Everyone's going to prefer gas until the electric cars reach a certain level. Okay. Electric cars need to level up, just like you need to level up your wealth. You need to make more and more and more money, level up your business, level up your education. Okay. They need to level up electric cars. Once they level up the battery technology, it's going to utilize more silver. You got to buy silver. So then there will be many more electric cars, but they need to use the better batteries with the silver. Okay. They're just, Samsung, the new Samsung solid state batteries use a lot more silver. So this is huge, guys. Because of what Samsung is doing, the price of silver is going to skyrocket. So you got to buy all the silver you can buy right now. Not financial advice, but yeah, I would definitely load up. I will give you 33 cents. Hey, if you give me 33 cents, then that means I'm making money, bro. I got to make something today because I'm trying to make something on YouTube today. Trying to make some money today, guys. That's why I'm out here. Hey, everyone, it's coming up to Christmas. Invest in toys. Invest in toys. Santa Claus will bring you all your toys. Taking bets on if I will give this guy 33 cents. Come on, I need that money, bro. I need that money. They better get EV car prices way down if they want EV to take off. Yeah. The problem is electric batteries are going to be more expensive with the silver, but they'll bring costs down. Some electric cars are already cheap, but yes, I have said for years that they need to make like electric Honda Fits, electric Civics, electric Toyota Corollas. I have said that for years, and they don't want to do it because they know when they do that, gas is going to be dead, So they don't want to make electric cars really, really good right now. I think they're going to give gasoline one last hoorah, and then electric cars are really going to start to get very, very popular with the advent of these solid state high silver batteries, very high silver. They're going to use, I've heard that they could use a half a kilo to a whole kilo of silver. That's a lot of money. That's a lot. Okay. That's why Samsung is getting its own silver now. These companies, they're going to need silver for the next 100 years. What happens when silver goes to $300 or $400 an ounce? Okay, that's why Samsung is buying this silver mine. I'm sure Tesla has stock in silver mines. They have contracts for low price silver. Elon Musk is not stupid. He's definitely got a lot invested in silver. I bet you, guaranteed, because that's one of the biggest things that Elon Musk needs for his cars, for his batteries, is silver. So the price of silver is going to go nuts here, guys. You don't want to really miss this. This is a once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime move, guys. I'm going to show you the chart on silver, which is actually doing bad today. Silver is actually pretty bad. Silver is dumping it today, guys. We'll take a look at the silver chart in just a second. Yo, daddy, no diddy. I love how you be screaming and scrapping. Yeah, that's right. I got to scrap with these guys, dude. These guys don't like my channel. They want to say the G word and all this stuff, MF, and say I'm bad, Oh, I don't have a real portfolio. So I'm just scrapping all day with these guys. Jeez. Yeah, I love to scrap with these haters. There it goes. Live silver price. Woo! 65.81, boy. Look at that big drop. And then just look at that, guys. That's nuts. So here's the big move. The cup handle. This is when I started my YouTube channel because I knew it was going to do this. So I was like, I started my YouTube channel. I said, buy silver, buy gold, boom. That's my track record, bro. My track record is predicting this precious metals rally, I'm the best. I'm the best. You're not going to find anyone better. Because these guys, you got to understand, these guys have a crazy reputation. They don't want to make any calls because their whole reputation, all that 50 years of building a reputation, will be destroyed. But I ain't scared. I'm not scared to make a call because I only have a reputation for a couple of years. If I destroy that, so what? If I make one wrong call, so what? I have plenty of time to win you guys back over if I make a wrong call. So I'm not scared to make a call, guys. And that's what makes a successful investor. The absence of fear. You cannot be afraid. Okay? Do you control the weather or do you know anybody who does? No. 65 is still high. No, it's not. Stupid. It's overbought, but it does not matter. We're having the 50-year move. This is the move that's been predicted for over 50 years. This is it. This is not overbought. Does not mean anything. Somebody told you it did. You've been conditioned to believe that you should not buy something that is in an overbought condition. And that is why silver will keep going higher without you. That is the exact reason why. See, you guys are learning a lot of shit here. You don't even realize it. Okay? Silver can only go higher when people think it's topping. When everybody thinks, okay, silver's at the top, that's when it's going to crash. So you got to understand what's going on in with everybody, you know. Then YouTube helps me keep in contact with the people, the general populace. Once you guys start going, you were right, silver's go. Yes, I'm going to buy silver. That's when it's going to tank. Happens every time. I've been in these markets a long time, guys. So I know when it's going to top out. I know when it's going to crash. You know, not financial advice, but you got to join the Patreon if you want to get in on this stuff on the ground floor. All right. This is what a successful investor looks like. Yeah. You know, I could look however I want, you know, and it's not going to make me any more successful or any less successful based on my look, you know. I'm going to have my money no matter how I dress. No one's going to take that away from me. So I can dress very poorly and still have all the money that I have, or I can dress wealthy, dress like a wealthy person and still have all the money. You guys see the flawed logic he has. So that's called an ad hominem attack. When you attack me rather than my message, that's an ad hominem attack. It's a fallacy. It's a logical fallacy. So I take all my financial advice from dudes in Pokemon hats. Yes. Well, as I said, that's an ad hominem attack. You're attacking the hat. That's a logical fallacy. And I love to correct people on that one. My 9-year-old give it all. I understand. Stoop. Should I buy a lot of silver? Yeah. Well, I can't give financial advice, but I do believe silver has the potential to run higher. Okay. Much, much higher. The more time that passes on this earth, the higher silver will go. And the higher gold will go. And I believe every person needs at least 15% of their wealth in the precious metals. Okay? You could divide that how you want. You could do 5% platinum, 5% silver, 5% gold. I like to weigh heavy on silver because silver always catches up to gold in the end. Silver always outperforms gold. So, world's strictest Best Buy worker. Strictest Best Buy worker. I don't give a blank. I want to snitch. Buy 200 tons of silver at one time tomorrow. Yeah, if someone would do that, the price would probably... If somebody did that, they would shut down the market. They'd be like, nope, we're going to shut it down. You can't buy it. And then they'll call that buyer and they'll say, why do you want to buy this much? Is there anything we can do because we don't want you to buy that much? We'll give you X amount of, we'll give you free money. You know, just don't take the silver. We'll give you $100 million for free. Just don't take that much silver. We can't do it right now, you know. But these market makers know it's coming. They know that there's going to be that call one day and they're going to demand their silver and then there's going to be no silver left. The thing with the silver market is it's very small. It's pretty small. Okay. So when everybody rushes to silver, it's going to go up there somewhere. Basically, so it's going to be off the charts. It's going off the charts. Okay. Do you comprehend how much money is still here on the table? Oh no, silver's topping. It's topping. It's high. Yes, of course it's high nominally, but inflation adjusted is not high. It's got to go up to where it needs to be. It's probably going to run up to 150. Okay. Inflation adjusted. It should be way higher. You guys don't understand inflation adjusted. What does that mean? I'm stupid. I'm dumb. You don't know what inflation adjusted pricing means. It means that silver should be about 150. So it's got a lot of catching up to do. This is the 50-year breakout. It's got to get up to where it should be going. Okay. So what would silver be worth today in 1980 money? You know, what is, when silver went up to $50 in 1980, how much would that be worth today? Let me see if I can look that up. $50 in 1980 worth today. Approximately $196. 196. 196. $50 in 1980 is equivalent to approximately $196.59 today based on inflation calculations. Okay? So, based on silver's previous run, that means that silver could go somewhere around 196. $196 in 2026. That's a reasonable number. It is a reasonable number. Okay. And we're going to go there. It's going to go there. It's going to take a little while. It might not happen in 2026. We might only hit $120, or we might only hit $150 in 2026. But the fact remains, I do think that everyone needs silver in their portfolio, because you said silver's high, but wait, if it's got the potential to hit 196, how is it high at 65? Why are you saying it's high at 65? 65 is low. See, you don't understand, bro. You don't understand inflation adjusted. And that's why you're going to stay poor. Oh, silver is too high. That's going to keep you poor, bro. You want to stay poor? No, you don't. My main thing, guys, is that we got to get rich so we can buy our own house, okay? As a man, once you have your own house paid for in cash, that gives you massive, massive leverage. Massive leverage in life over everything. Your safety, your security, finding a woman. If you own a house in cash, paid for in cash, a lot of women are going to want to live there for free, okay? That's what they're going to want to do anyways. They're always going to want to live with you for free. But if you got a house and you don't have a mortgage, that helps you out, okay? So pretty much no matter what, yeah, the woman's going to want to live with the man for free. But if you're lucky, you'll find a woman that pays half the rent, and if you're really lucky and smart, you're going to get rich so you can let your woman live in your house for free. Like, yeah, baby, you can live for free. I'm rich, bro. That's what the goal is. We got to get rich so that our wife doesn't have to pay freaking rent, so that our kids don't have to struggle, so that our kids can go to the best colleges. That's why we got to focus on the precious metals, the mining, the stocks that I got, not financial advice, guys, not financial advice. If you join my team, you could lose everything. Okay. Got to say that as a disclaimer. My lawyer told me I have to say, not financial advice, guys. You could lose all your money if you invest with me. Okay. Because I don't have my Series 7. I do not have a Series 7. I'm not qualified. Okay. But just because you're not qualified doesn't mean you can't make money. That's the biggest objection I hear people say is, I don't know enough. They think they're not qualified in their own mind. I'm not qualified to buy stocks. I don't know enough about silver. I want silver, but I don't know enough about it. That's just an excuse, bro. You're making up excuses, okay? Or I know I should buy Donald J. Trump stock, but someone told me it's just a meme stock. That's going to keep you poor, okay? That's going to keep you poor. Silver is the most conductive metal. It's not like it's just value storage unit. Yes, it's not only is it conductive, but it's reflective for the solar panels, guys. I'm so excited about silver. I can't wait to do a live workout later. I'm going to do a live workout today. So the $50 price in the 80s was due to Hunt Brothers trying to corner the market. What do you think is going to happen today, bro? What do you think is going to happen today? With all these other nations that are loading up on silver, there's a mad rush for silver, okay? And no doubt that there's going to be entities that want to corner the market and drive the price even higher so that they can short it down. These are called institutions, market makers, the people that work for the big banks. They're going to drive the price higher, okay? That's what I said. Silver will be manipulated higher, just like in 1980. Silver was manipulated higher. Silver will be manipulated higher in 2025, 2026, okay? Yeah, the Hunt Brothers, there's always a reason. Yeah, the Hunt Brothers was the first reason. The reason it went up again was because of inflation, QE, in 2010. The reason now is going to be price manipulation, massive demand, insiders trying to drive the price as high as they can go so that they can short it when it gets to the top, okay? These guys are going to pump it up, and then they're going to pump it down. And we're going to make money every step of the way, I believe, not financial advice. Okay, guys? If you want to get in on some of these stocks on the ground floor, join my Patreon. The Patreon is John's Gold and Silver. You got to get in on this stuff, guys. This is huge. I'm telling you, we're knocking on the door. We could be a couple months away that these gold and silver pennies stocks explode. Literally a couple months. Or we could be 1 month away, guys. I was just having a feeling about DJT like 3 days ago and it skyrocketed. I was just having a feeling about the cannabis like a week ago, and then it skyrocketed. Now I'm having a feeling about these penny stocks. It could be a week. It could be a week or two before they explode. All we need to do, gold, if gold hits a new record high, all these gold and silver pennies could explode. That's why I stayed up so late last night researching these to figure out to find the best ones for you guys. If you want to get in on these, join the Patreon. I'm telling you. Okay, XRP, baby. Yes, fried, but the amount of exceeds how much is needed for industry. Most of the demand for silver and gold is not driven by industry. No, with silver, it is driven by industry. Who told you that, bro? Who told you that was what I always say. I didn't tell you that. Who told you that? Okay, the demand for gold is from the banks. The demand for silver is from the industry. Okay, once retail wakes up, silver is going to go to the moon. Right now, retail is dumb, stupid, idiots. They're asleep. But once retail says, oh, I better buy some silver, silver is going to go to the moon. Because this whole silver rally is being driven by companies that need silver. So I got the same chain for Forever 21. Look, that price of silver over time adjusted inflation. Try to tell that's a good investment. Yep. Well, it's a good investment because it's skyrocketing in value. And I was just saying how 1980 money, silver could go to 196 based on it went to $50 in 1980 money. You are trying to use flawed logic to disprove what I'm saying. We're not even arguing the same point, bro. Okay. You're using flawed logic to try to argue against me. And I don't really appreciate that. Guy talking about investments with a Best Buy shirt in a trailer park. I should just start telling people I'm a trailer park investor. I wonder if that would work. I need to find something that works, guys, because the channel is not growing fast enough. I can give you guys the best stocks, the best investments ever. TeraWolf, the best shit ever. And you guys aren't going to care, you know? It's tough. It's tough out here. But hey, I love it. I love it. Gold is real. Everyone is hallucinating. At one point, tulip bulbs were skyrocketing in value. Yeah, the tulip mania, which I've studied that for many, many years. And it's a very interesting topic. Yes. But silver is not like tulips, okay? Silver has properties that simply make it amazing. And it is used in the manufacturing processes of many, many different businesses. So many thousands of businesses use silver. So silver and tulip bulbs, not quite the same thing. So tulip bulbs exploded and then they crashed. That might be what Bitcoin does. But gold, it always goes up. And silver, they always go up over time. So something does not equate. See, you're using flawed logic again. You're saying, oh yeah, silver is going up. Oh, it's just like the tulip bulb mania. Yeah, those are two completely different events. The fact is, silver is still around. Tulip bulbs are not really worth anything today. That was a mania. Silver and gold will go into a mania phase where it's going to be like the icing on the cake. You know, silver is going to go up to $100, and then it's going to be a mania up to $300. You know, and then yes, it will crash. So whenever you get into that mania phase, you do have to be careful. The tulip bulbs, they entered a mania phase, and then for one tulip bulb, you could buy a house. Talk about major price manipulation, okay? They knew how to manipulate shit back then, all right? I just threw away 2 pounds of silver. I'm glad because it isn't worth anything. Oh, bro, you threw away 2 pounds of silver? You made a huge mistake, bro. Okay, they do right now. Can you guarantee that can I guarantee gold and silver will move up? No, I ain't guaranteeing nothing, bro. There's no reason for me to, you know? I can make money without making guarantees. So they use sobering much processing and making things. It's going to keep going up. Yes, silver is going to keep going up. See, some of these guys know. Some of you guys know. Well, new gold is made. You guys know how. Star explosion. Unfortunately, he can't guarantee anything. No, I don't want to. Hence is why he's asking you to gamble your life. Silver, you just sold gold and silver will always go up. Yeah, they should, but I ain't guaranteeing it, okay? Yeah. Silver and gold should always, always go up as long as they're priced in dollars because the government's not going to be fiscally responsible. The government's going to keep printing more money. expanding the currency supply. Okay, you guys can look up the M2 money supply if you want to learn more about that. So gold and silver should always go up. Now, if we take away the dollar and we make a new currency, we're not really sure what's going to happen at that time. The new currency might actually use gold and silver to back it, which would mean that gold and silver will always, forever and ever hold value. And they will no matter what anyways, you know. As long as the earth is here, gold and silver will have value. Silver and gold will always go up except when it doesn't. Yes, silver and gold will always go up over time, but there will be crashes when it doesn't go up, you know. There's always crashes. Everything crashes here and there, you know. But the key with the metals is they go up and then they don't come down as much. And then they go up higher and then they don't come down as much again. And then they keep working their way higher, you know. Gold used to be 20 bucks. Now, in like 1935, gold was like 20 bucks or something. Now it's 4,000, okay? And I bet you in 20 years, gold's going to be 40,000, 50, 60,000, okay? Especially if Trump reprices gold. And, you know, John, do you want advice? No cap. That necklace touch your skin and you'll see the results. It's turning green. Yeah, it's turning green. Gold and silver goes up when the economy takes a blank. Having 10% in portfolio. Well, when the economy goes down, gold and silver go down too initially, okay? When the economy takes a shit, everything goes down, including gold and silver. But usually the precious metals they recover very, very quickly, and then they reach insane levels. Because after a major economic crash, the government's going to turn on the printing presses, okay? You guys got to remember this stuff because I get sick of telling you over and over and over. You guys got to learn, all right? So gold's going to go up, bottom line. Since I'm not going to use this glitch, I remember when that blank was worth as much as gold. Yeah, it was worth like 300 bucks an ounce, bro. You could get some Northern Lights, some Apollo 11, some good chronic, and it would cost you 300 bucks an ounce. You know? And gold was 300 bucks an ounce. That's crazy, dude, to think about that. Chronic, it was worth 300 and gold was worth 300. Yeah. That's funny, bro, but that's true. That's true. That was a long time ago. Well, chronic prices have gone down, but gold prices have gone up. Now with 1 ounce of gold, you could get like 20 ounces of chronic, you know? The BC bud, you know, British Columbia. That back in the day, it was all about the BC bud, British Columbia, you know? And it was about Northern Lights, and gold was 20 bucks in the 30s. Now it's 137 adjusted for inflation. Dang. Weed is now 300 a pound. Yeah, for crap. You know, if you're getting some dirt, you know. Pound of white runts for 300 bucks. Well, you know someone that grows then, dude. That's a good deal. Build a volcanic furnace and heat rocks for 1,000,000 days. Ooh, looks like silver just dropped a little, did it? Yeah, pulled back a little. Ooh. I'm scared, guys. Look at this. Boom. Damn. Slammed. Hammered. Okay, guys. Maybe I should cut it now. Gold just tanked. Maybe I should cut the stream off. It's dropping, guys. Now I'm going to have a bad day. Damn it, guys. I'm pissed. Pissed. Gold, it was doing so good. And then just boom. 64 isn't 64 if by the time you can sell it, melt it, it drops to 20. Well, I could sell it right now and get 64. So to me, 64 is 64. If I want to go sell it for 64, I'll get it. I'll do that today. I don't want to. I got a lot of silver, but I ain't selling at 64. That's chump change. This is where the chumps are selling. The straight up noobs. Okay? The straight up noobs. These guys are selling silver. I ain't no noob. I'm holding for the real gains. The real gains are coming. So, lost half of your net worth. Yeah, I lost half of everything, guys. No, it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Price of gold is going to fluctuate and it's going to it'll spike, It's guys. You got to understand it. It's going to give you some trouble. It's going to give you some trouble here. Just look at the freaking level that we're at. Look, see right there? See right there? Right there? It's going to give us a lot of trouble right here because we are pushing for that new record high on gold. So this is where this is their last chance. Why is gold going to struggle here? Because this is their last chance to shake you out. Because once we go a little bit higher, we're going to hit a new record. As soon as gold hits a new record high, that silver is going to go to 120 probably. Silver could hit $100 by the end of the year if gold can make a new record high. Once gold makes a new record, it's going right to 5,000. I think it's going to start a big run. Okay? I'm telling you guys. Look. Just look. See, it chills for a while, then it makes a massive run. Now it's chilled for a while. Okay? See, right when it goes above this, right when it goes above here, it's going to continue. It's going to go a massive run like this, flat. It's going to go like this again. Okay? So you guys don't understand. So yes, we are going to encounter a lot of trouble right here. It's going to be a rocky. This is the market maker's last opportunity to get you to sell your gold, to get you to sell your silver and your mining stocks. They know if they don't get you to sell it here, you ain't going to sell it. Because what's coming next for gold, I think it's going to be unprecedented. Okay? And silver especially. Silver is the one to watch. And if you don't have any silver, you can buy your silver from Provident Metals. Provident Metals is always real silver. It's always good, all right? Tell them I sent you. Provident Metals. Tell them John's Gold and Silver sent you, all right? Buy some today if you don't have any. If you do not have silver, you should get some. So, yeah, new record is going to boost silver a lot. Yes, as soon as gold hits a new world record, it's going to be very, very bullish because there's price discovery. Silver is already in price discovery. But once gold makes a new record high, the metals are going to heat up, okay? Because gold is going to be back in price discovery. And there's going to be more, it's going to be on the news. Gold hits a new record. Gold hits a new record high. And then obviously people are going to look at gold and they're going to say, I can't afford gold. I'm a poor son of a gun. And they say, I'll buy some silver. Okay? The layman always comes in at the end and buys silver. And it's going to go crazy. It's going to blast off. If you were smart, you would have already been buying silver. Okay, guys? You got no excuse. I've been on here for 3 years on YouTube. You have no excuse. If you've been with my channel for any length of time, you got no excuse for not owning precious metals, especially platinum and silver. Because I've showed you platinum before. Ooh, I've showed you platinum right on the screen. I've showed you silver. I've showed you kilo bars of silver right here. So you got no excuse, bro. No excuse. You guys should be owning silver right now. So, thanks this guy, King Cloud, showing his support. King Cloud. Thanks for stopping by. The first thing you do when you're rich is give your money to someone else and let them look at a screen for 12 hours a day. Yeah, I'll let them do it. I'm getting sick of stock trading, bro. I'm straight up sick of stock trading. That's why I got into swing trading more, because I don't really have to watch it all the time. I can just buy it, and then I don't even have to watch my stocks. You know they're going up because I got all silver and gold stocks. So you know they're going to go up no matter what. I don't even have to look at them. The only time I even go on my stock account is just to buy new gold stocks. The ones that I have, I don't even really look at them. I just know they're up. I already know. They're all going up. Look at Barrick Gold. That's a freebie because that's not really a high performer. So I give you guys that one for free, because because everybody knows about Barrick Gold anyways. So, but yeah, I think that's going to $75 a share. It's only $44 right now, and it'll probably go up to 100. So Juice is D Ryder works as a mod. After experimenting with crypto stocks and precious metals, I have to say it's best just to buy gold. Okay. So currently, it has been the best to buy gold. Doesn't mean that it always is. That's your flawed logic right there. I have discovered that it's best to buy gold. How do you know the best thing to do is not to buy Shiba Inu right now? Gold, the value has gone up. Shiba Inu, the value has gone down. I really think it's best to buy meme coins. The meme coins have all dumped. That means they're on sale. So yes, gold has been a great play, but there's going to be other great plays. I think the meme coins, Pepe, Shiba Inu, especially internet computer, ICP. Okay? The meme coins, Dogecoin, that's down too. That is, it's fake value, but it's going to be, they're going to go up in value. You know, money's money, you know, and money's money, guys. Okay. So I think the meme coins are a great place to be. And yes, you could say, oh, just buy gold. No, that's too simplistic. You got to have a diversified portfolio. Okay. Diversify your portfolio. Got to have some gold, some silver, some platinum, some gold stocks, some gold penny stocks, and some crypto and oil stocks. So I got a lot of different stuff. So fart coin smells great. Yeah, that's way down. The only problem is you can't buy it on Coinbase. So I can't even buy fart coin. But I do think it's down to 25 cents. That's a good deal. Yes. That you're not going to get it this cheap again, I don't think. It's a good deal for fart coin. You have a point. These meme coins will pop inevitably. Yes, yes. That's why I'm buying them. You know, I'm not buying tons and tons and tons of them. But yeah, the meme coins are going to pop. And it's going to be when Bitcoin makes a new record high, probably. Bitcoin's got to really start moving again. And yes, I do believe Bitcoin will make a new record high. And when that happens, these meme coins will see gains that are going to blow your minds. Okay? The problem is if you don't have money right now, you can't be buying meme coins at these low prices. What most people do, they bought meme coins at higher prices, and now they're stuck. And now they don't want to buy because they see how much money they lost. What you have to do in that situation is you have to say, I don't care if I lost money. The real opportunity starts now. Now is the time to buy meme coins. And you have to understand, you know, you shouldn't have bought them before. You shouldn't have paid that much. You newbie? Yeah. Newbies always pay too much. Smart people like me, they wait until they've come more affordable. And I have been loading up on a lot of these coins lately. Okay. I've been buying ICP like crazy. Okay. I think ICP is going to be the best one. I'm on Mobile Idiot. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, Juice Guy. We don't have a lot of cash. Yes. Because most people got destroyed. You put all your money in when they were pumping it up, when I don't need to say their names, but cryptos are, you know, that guy and then the other guy, Mr. Ramos. These guys were pumping up crypto, and that's when you bought it. Don't listen to those guys. These guys will not tell you when to sell. I told you when to sell. I said, I sold all of my crypto last December. These other channels, they don't tell you. That's what's going to make my channel so special, because I actually tell you when I sell. And that is something that you're really not going to find in the crypto space with these other channels, you know? So yeah, you paid too much, bro. You got to be buying crypto now. You shouldn't have bought it back then. You got to buy it now. You always buy crypto when it's on sale. Never pay too much, okay? Juice listens to a guy that wears a fake chain and lives in a dump of a house. Well, I rent, bro. I'm not buying my house yet. You know, my working capital is tied up on investing. Have you ever used ICP's network? It's actually kind of cool. No, but I know other people that have. And I have heard a lot of good things about it, you know. And yeah, you should use their network. But yeah, I'm glad that you say it's actually kind of cool. I believe it is cool. I believe it's amazing. I believe the technology is what they say it is. Okay. They have a massive network all over the world. So what they have, I do think it's very, very valuable. ICP. ICP, guys. Insane Clown Posse. Juggernauts. You know this right here? These go for like $40. I'm not kidding, $40. I think I paid like 10 or 15 bucks for it a long time ago. But these are hard to find. Insane Clown Posse. I love it, guys. It's in there too. I got it. I love it. We got Great Malenko, Hocus Pocus, Piggy Pie, The Needham Game, Halls of Illusions, Mad Professor, Boogie Woogie Woo, Cherry Pie, another love song, F the World. What is a Juggalo? That's a really good classic, guys. What is a Juggalo? That's one of their best ones. So remember crypto in 2005? Yeah. Rabbit got banned. Wonder about Best Buy. Do they charge batteries? You can't do ceilings like that in a house. It's illegal. I can't believe you just had that CD right there. A true ICP fan. Yes. ICP. I'm a true fan, but I'm also a true investor. Dude, I like ICP. I like gold and silver. Stocks. I'm into all kinds of shit. I'm into the chronic. You know, I do a lot of fun stuff, guys. I do a lot of good stuff. I'm not a juggalo, but I respect the hell out of it. Thank you, dude. Juggalos need respect, too. I don't even know what the heck the juggalos even stand for. They just do whatever the hell they want, whatever the hell they believe in at any time, and they don't give a crap about anyone else's feelings. I mean, what is a juggalo? Maybe I need to re-listen to that song because I don't even know what a juggalo is. It's just some freaking dude at parties and listens to ICP. I don't even know. Okay, I don't even know. Show your hair. I'll show my hair if you give a super chat. Morally legal ceilings. All right, guys. The juice guy. My first job was made $3,000 per month, and you were only 16 years old. That's a good job, dude. Okay, I got to buy a couple stocks real quick. Yeah. This one's only 10 cents. And I'm going to put this one on the Patreon, okay? 10 cents. How many should I buy? Let's type in... Okay. I'll buy 1,000 of them. I'll buy 1,000 of them. Review order. Buy. I got it. I got it, guys. I will be putting this one on the Patreon. I wanted to check out this one too. Let's check this. We better see what gold's doing. It's, well, looks like Polygon is down. Polygon just hit it. That's why you got to buy now because everyone's so fearful. If you look everywhere, they're all saying Bitcoin's going to dump. Am I right or am I right? Pretty much everyone says like Bitcoin's going to dump right now. This is when you buy. You know, this is when you cannot be afraid, okay? I don't care if you only got $50 in your bank account. Buy some crypto, okay? Looks like you can prove your name isn't. Okay, so I wanted to buy this one. Let's check out and see what it looks like. Oh, I wanted to buy it because it's got a low float and a low market cap. And it's got gold in the name. It's got gold in the name. I don't know if I want to buy that one. Maybe. Yeah. I do. Why the heck not? Okay. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to run out of money. I'm going to run out of money, guys. I'm going to have to sell some of more of my big silver and gold stocks to buy more penny stocks. And I told that, that is the play. That's the play here, is to exit some of our larger positions that we've already made a ton of money on, and then put some of that money into these gold and silver pennies. That is one really good play right now. Another good play is Donald J. Trump stock. I told you guys that was only $10. It went up to 14 today. Got to pat myself on the back for that one, because I own that one and I'm making money, boy. Bought it. I bought it, guys. It went through. Yep. My order just got filled. Okay. I might buy another stock right here, too. Let's check. Oh, this one's up 43% today. Gonna buy it anyways. It's up 43% in one day. I'm gonna buy it just because of where it's going. Not, a lot of people will say, "Oh, that stock just went up 40%. I don't want to buy it." That'll keep you poor. Remember, your attitude will keep you poor. You have to learn how to overcome negative thinking. Okay, so. And I'm going to bring this one on the Patreon as well. I found a really cool stock. Well, last night I found probably four or five really cool ones. One of them, it is a penny stock that does silver recycling. Guys, what do you think is going to happen when silver goes up to $120 an ounce? A lot more silver recycling, and this thing is worth pennies. This is one that you could see that 80, 100x. But I want to buy this one right here, right now. So this one, the spread on this one is huge. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. The spread on this is 9 cents to 19 cents. This is ridiculous. This is how they keep you away. They don't want you to buy it because they say, "Oh, the spread's huge. That's not right. Something's not right." I'm going to try to buy it. I have no idea if it's going to go through. No idea. Didn't go through yet. I don't even know if that one will go through, because freaking, how can the spread be 9 cents to 19 cents? These market makers want you to buy it for 19. And if you want to buy it for less, they might not let you have it, I hope I get it. So, dude, that's how it works. Stock market and gold are both at all-time highs. That's diversification. He forgot my onion rings. Oh, shit, dude. Sorry. Forgot his onion rings. I bought some a while ago. Was wondering if you could help. What's your target for silver? For the end of this month, 70, probably 73. Between 73 and 75 for December. So I'm still thinking that we're gonna shoot higher. But I'm assuming that gold will hit a new record within about between 1 to 4 days. Okay, if gold hits a new record, then I see silver hitting 75 by the end of the year. So that's my call. I'm going to be 73 to 75 per ounce on silver. So crypto down, gold is up. Yeah, so I really like crypto because it's down. I really do. You know, I hate crypto, but I like to make money. So therefore I like it. You know, I think the next 100 years gold will hit its highest price. In 100 years, gold will probably be like 150,000 because the dollar is going to go down. We're going to have hyperinflation. So gold's going to go insane in that. Gold could go to $1 million in 100 years. Okay, Bitcoin going to 13 million in 20 years. That's what I'm saying. LOL. Yeah, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I don't really like it, but I am bullish. He's in for the long run. Yes. You got to get in on. Dang, you got to be kidding me. Got to check out some of these cryptos right now. It looks like they're dropping hard. Yep, crypto's dropping. Oh, yeah. I told you guys, the fear is coming in. People are afraid. Nobody wants to buy crypto. I think you should. I think this is a good time to buy crypto. Everybody's scared. I'm probably going to buy crypto on tomorrow, Friday. What's your current trade taken? Give me a super chat. Don't just ask me what I'm trading. The best investment is whether you can get for near nothing. It doesn't matter what it is. Buy gold and silver. Hold on to it. There's your strategy. Yes. You can buy something that's liquid for 75% off. You buy it. Doesn't matter if it's wood chips or gold chains. There's no perfect money maker for everyone. Well, silver is. Silver is the perfect money maker for everyone. Thank you for that. Silver is perfect. I actually think I bought enough stocks for today. I'm going to go back to my research tonight. And I'm going to be bringing out a Patreon video with the gold and the silver junior miners, all of the best ones. And believe me, guys, I am sifting through hundreds of these things. For every 20 I find, I only probably take 1 or 2. All right, guys. If you want to get the best list of gold and silver juniors, it's only $10 a month on the Patreon. Join up on the Patreon, guys. Let's get rich together. Metal in the ground. Yeah, totally useful. Yeah. If you own a mining stock, if you own shares of a mining stock, then you technically kind of share the ownership of that gold in the ground. And when they actually mine that gold in the future, the stock value should appreciate and you should be rewarded, So, yeah, the gold miners are some of the best because think of it like this, guys. A lot of these junior miners, they have projects that I've been studying these for years, a lot of these projects. And a lot of these projects, it costs more money. It costs, $50, $60 to get the silver out of the ground. So it's not worth it. But when silver keeps going up, all of a sudden, this junior miner becomes a gold mine because now they can actually start production because the prices come up to a certain level where now they can start production. So you're going to see a lot of these gold and silver juniors actually freaking come alive and become like a freaking real company that everybody's going to want, and you're going to be fighting over it, So you're going to see amazing things happen. How do I know? Because I've already been through it. I have owned gold and silver penny stocks back from 2000 to 2011. So I know what happens. We're about to see some freaking fireworks that you've never seen before in your life. I cannot tell you enough that you need to join the Patreon. And most of you will never comprehend what is about to happen with the gold and silver junior miners. There's always a mania phase at the end, and that's when these ones explode. They explode. They don't just double or triple. They don't just 10x or 20x. They explode. Okay? You guys don't understand. I got my start with penny stocks, so I know how to research penny stocks and gold stocks. Now, technology stocks, I don't really know that much about those. What cryptos you usually trade? Internet computer, ICP. I'm loading up on that one. I was just selling it at $9. Now I'm buying it at 2 something. What is it now? 2, right? ICP. Yeah, I was just selling this one at 9, and now I'm buying it back. Looks like ICP just changed their website. They just changed it. Self-writing cloud where AI builds the web. Generate AI with Caffeine AI. ICP Quick Start, document library. Let's see what network button does. Economics. Key uses of ICP tokens. It uses the reverse gas model. Yeah, this is it, guys. They just completely revamped their website when their coin is at freaking low, all-time lows. They're doing all this work to make it way better. This is crazy. They're doing a lot of stuff on ICP. I'm telling you, they have the best development team. The Definity team is the best in all of crypto anywhere. So the fact that this coin is under $3, it's a life-changing opportunity, I think. But that's not financial advice. But yes, I do believe it is a life-changing opportunity if you can hold on. Because yeah, ICP right now, it's like $3. If you buy it now, they're going to try to shake you out at 30, 40 bucks. Guaranteed. I promise you. You're going to be like, yeah, now I bought it at 3, now we're at 40. Now I really want to sell. They're going to shake you. And once they shake you out, that's when it goes to $200, $300, $400. You know? So you're going to make a lot of money on ICP, I think, if you can hold on. And most of you will not. Because once you see you start making $200,000, $300,000, you're going to say, okay, I need to sell. And you're going to be leaving money on the table. Okay? So let's get it, guys. ICP coin. Remember that one. Insane Clown Posse would be where I'd expect you to get advice. John, you should do some live guest to spruce up the live. It ain't even worth it. I ain't having a guest on unless I'm making money, you know, because I don't want to have some other Joe Schmo talking on here, interrupting me if we ain't even getting super chats or anything like that. I got to be making some money if I'm going to have a guest, you know. It's got to be worthwhile for me because I don't know. I don't want to invite some Joe Schmo that's going to just want to argue and I ain't going to get paid, you know. Do you have punch on ICP? Correct. Yes. Insane Clown Posse. Insane Clown Posse. So what do I need to do? Well, I just need to research more stocks, but I can do that in a little bit. What else do I need to do? I need to eat. What else? Sometimes I just need to think, like, what do I need to be doing now? I need to be making money, but we're not getting any donations. We're not getting nothing today, guys. Come on. Let's get a few donations in here, guys. Subscribe. Thanks for the hearts. The guy gave some hearts. Thank you for that, dude. Thank you. I just turned on the monetization on this video. So everyone's probably going to, an ad's probably going to pop up for you guys any second. I got to get my money somehow, guys. So if you see an ad, just watch it, buy whatever the product is. Guaranteed it's going to be a good product. Just buy it. Hit that like button. Subscribe, guys. Office Depot, is that still around? Yes, I think Office Depot is around. Actually, yeah. I worked at Office Depot. I was the freaking Office Depot stock trader. You know, when I was into Office Depot, when I was working at Office Depot, I was into Troika. Yeah, I was into Troika Media. That went from 10 cents to 98 cents. So I was helping you guys try to get rich, even back when I worked at Office Depot. Went from 10 cents to 98 cents. Guys, you got to join a Patreon. I'm telling you. But I don't have $10. Well, you got to spend money to make money. That's what I try to teach you guys. But some of you learn and some of you don't. I think the people that already know, you know. And the people that don't know, you're never going to come around. You're never going to understand how to control money in your life. A lot of people just don't want to. Oh, money is too hard. I just make money and I spend it. That's what people say. Oh, everything that I make, I spend. You know, people are fucking idiots. They're idiots. You just want to have that attitude that everything you make, you're going to spend, and you're just not going to have any hope of getting rich at all. No, you can get rich, guys. You can, but you got to put in the work. You got to spend money to make money. All right. I only charge $10. It's ridiculous. I don't get ads on vertical lives. John, would you rather have Lee Priest's arms, Kevin Leverone's delts, or Dorian Yates' back? Well, Dorian had the best back ever in history, they say. I would have Lee Priest's arms. Yeah, Lee Priest's arms. You also told me to invest in Enron. I hope I didn't. I would take Lee Priest's arms, though. Phil Heath has the best back. I don't like Phil Heath. I don't really like him. For whatever reason, I don't. I don't know why. Sam Sulek's voice. Jackie Chan. I like Jackie Chan. He's one of my favorite dudes. Would you rather have Andre Munster's shreds? Well, he died because he was too shredded. Mentzer's muscle maturity or Flex Wheeler's aesthetics? I'd have Mentzer's muscle maturity. Who insulted that fan? Yikes. You have a voice of Sam Sulek. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Says I sound like Sam Sulek. He's a great bodybuilder. I don't really care for Sam Sulek. Probably because he's more popular than me, you know. A little bit of animosity there, you know. I think that should be me. I work just as hard as him. And he's on juice, dude. He's on juice. That's why I don't like him, because he just, all you got to do is do juice and then you could blow up on YouTube, you know. Sure, I could do that too. But it's not healthy, you know. So that he took the easy way. He said, how do I blow up on YouTube? I'll just take juice. So stupid. But does the end justify the means? Well, Sam Sulek is rich. So for him, it's worth it, you know, to just do roids and become really popular on YouTube. To him, it was worth it. So juice at Wendy's. He's on juice. Yeah, the guy is a chemical pharmacy. He's a pharmacy. Doesn't hate the player, hates the game. Yeah. Yeah, Sam Sulek doesn't even have good genetics, but with juice, anyone can get huge. Yeah, dude, I'm an ectomorph. If you put me on juice, I guarantee I'll get huge. Guaranteed I would look incredible. You know, it's too easy. These arms would just blow up if I did juice. I would just be a completely different person. And then I would become a millionaire because you guys would be like, oh, look at that guy's body. All these dudes would be watching me work out and my views would explode. They would explode. But I'm not going to do juice. I don't do that.
LeBron only good for posing, not in lineups. Crispy chicken sandwich. Yeah, dude, the guy doesn't even eat healthy. I'm trying to teach you guys to eat healthy. He just does juice and eats whatever the heck he wants because needs that dopamine rush. You know, this guy's an addict. He's a sugar addict, and yet you're trying to listen to him for bodybuilding advice. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Way of the world. But the Liver King is a piece of garbage. That guy deceived everybody. He told everybody he was natural. He just ate liver and got jacked. Yeah, the Liver King is on gear. Sausages. Rich Piana was the specimen. Rich Piana. Yeah, that guy, Rich Piano. I like that guy. Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Rich Piano. Oh, shit, guys. Fucking Rich Piano. Scott someone. I don't know him. Rich Piana. Come on, guys. Pump up this video. This ain't doing nothing today. Come on. 9 viewers. I'm the Best Buy guy, too, and I can't only get 9 viewers. You know, guys, the only reason I stopped wearing a suit because I lost my tie. I had the tie to bring it all together. I had everything. I lost the tie, so now it's like there's no point. Why am I going to put on my nice suit if I don't have a tie to go with it? So I need to get a new tie. I used to actually wear a suit and tie. But you guys didn't respect that either. So now I was just like, I'll just wear whatever then, you know? Because even when I was wearing suit and ties, looking all good, you guys still didn't care, you know? So here we are. That's why I wear Pokemon, because you guys didn't like the tie. And now you don't like the Pokemon hat. You don't like anything that I do. But the haters are what make life worth living. Not really. The haters are just freaking idiots. So, Best Buy. Go back to shirtless. Lost your tie at Diddy's party. Yeah. Yep. Makes no sense. I would wear a Salvation Army shirt. Yeah. Yeah, I just wear whatever now because I had like a really nice tie and everything and a nice suit, and you guys just didn't respect it. So now I just wear this. And you don't like when I drink out of these either. But I don't like to wash dishes, you know, because I don't have time for that. You guys might have time to do dishes, but I don't. Because I actually work on YouTube all day. I actually do a job, you know. I actually keep busy on YouTube. I'm actually doing my part, which was to tell people to buy silver when it was $24 an ounce. I legit helped a lot of people in this world, you know, because now look at the price of silver. So I helped out a lot of people. I'm proud of myself for that. If you guys don't respect it, oh well, you know. I know I did the right thing by telling everyone about silver. So I can rest easy. I can rest easy. We got to pump these views up. 12 views. Million followers and 6 million portfolio. And he broadcasts from his living room and t-shirts from his iPhone. Nice. Yeah, I didn't think that the clothes do matter, but everyone always complains, you know. Time to piss out green stones. What? Steroids McGear. My uncle paid Monster under the covers. Dude, I make 25 grand from ICP because of you. 25 G's. Yeah, give me a donation then, bro. Give me a donation. Yeah. A lot of people made money from the stuff that I said, but they never pay it back. They never pay it forward. That's why I don't tell you guys anything anymore. It's only for the Patreon members. I tell you guys nothing. A little bit of creatine. Creatine. Gotta remember to get all the pills too. So, kidney stone drink of the day. No. What's going to cause kidney stones? What's going to do it? I've never had one, bro. It runs in my family too, and I've never had one. And I've always taken wheatgrass juice. Wheatgrass juice, barley grass, that's not going to cause kidney stones. If it was going to, then I would have already got them a long time ago. I've been consuming wheatgrass juice for years. You're like, oh, it's going to cause kidney stones. It's green shit. The green shit. Now, I've been having wheatgrass juice for years. Years, okay? This guy's a patriotic member. Thank you. Yeah, the music guy. My music. I'm going to have a bunch more stocks on the Patreon today. And I'm taking your guys' advice, and I'm going to try to shrink my list down. I'm going to make a list. I'm going to try to pick the 10 best gold and silver penny stocks. And it's going to be your homework is going to you have to buy all 10 of them. And then guess what? Probably 2 of them will go out of business. 8 of them will skyrocket. And then in 3 years from now, 8 of them, the other 8 will go out of business. But as long as you sell, you know, you're going to make a fortune probably, but not financial advice. But yeah, with the penny stocks, you know, not every one of them is going to go, but it could be that most of them do go because we are getting into that mania phase soon. Gold and silver, when they enter the mania,
If you don't hold these junior minors, then you're going to be hearing about it. Well, when you're hearing about it on the news, you might as well own them, you know? Own them before you hear about them on the news. Creatine does work, yes. Jamba Juice. Put wheatgrass in smoothies and drinks. Jamba Juice. Jamba. So yeah, we go. I mean, gold was attempting a breakout today, and then we just pulled back. That really sucks, dude. It really sucks. Skyrocketed, and then it pulled back down. What kind of protein do you drink? I take a plant-based protein. I don't have the whey. I do believe whey protein is unhealthy. So I take plant protein. I don't drink milk. I don't eat any dairy. It's very bad for you. Dairy it's got pus, bile, blood, mucus, and it's heavily processed. And it forms acid in the body and mucus in the body. And milk will leach calcium out of your bones because it raises the acidity level. When you drink milk, your pH level, that's your acidity level, it will go higher. So then calcium comes out of your bones to neutralize that acid. So when you drink milk, your bones get weaker. And I actually found out that this is true. But the dairy industry will not want you to know that. They'll want to shut me down if they find out that I said that. But they would only want to shut me down if I had like 1 million followers. They don't care about me right now. But they will. I'm going to tell the whole world about the dairy industry. The whole world's going to know about how corrupt it is, okay? Hey, Juice Guy, I don't think anyone needs to get banned unless you see him say the F word or anything like that. But yeah, I can't believe this stock I found, guys. I can't wait to tell the Patreon members about this one. This is just too stupid to even be real. You know, the guys that made this stock up, they had to be crazy in the head, you know? But there's probably going to pump. Take your pills. Best Buy with silver is crazy. Why is that crazy, bro? This is gold and diamonds. That's diamonds, bro. The Best Buy worker with the diamonds. What you guys don't know is that I'm going to be the first Burger King millionaire. That's what you don't know. That's going to be funny, guys. That's going to be funny. When it's going to be true. You know, the first Burger King millionaire. It's going to happen. Best Buy. So, I'm going to get me a free chain. Time to go to Best Buy. Napoleon Dynamite's brother. We got to plug in. How's Best Buy? I love it. They got a lot of good PCs. They got a lot of good electronics, a lot of good technology. You know, I work there. I used to work there. That's how I got this shirt. They fired me though because I was seasonal. I only worked there for the Christmas season, and then they let me go. And then the Best Buy shut down. I wanted to stay there because I could see all the corruption, all the problems, the poor management. So I really wanted to stay there. I wanted that location to stay in town. But they fired me, and then they shut down. And now we only have one Best Buy, and it's like over an hour. It's like an hour away. So these fools, they got rid of their fucking employee that knows the most about business. You know, rather than promote me, they said, we'll just get rid of him. You see, they didn't understand that how much I knew about sales and business.
That is the failure to recognize talent. That's one of the biggest problems. A lot of managers don't want talent because then they're going to they knew that I would outshine them, but yet they want the promotions. They don't care about the business. They just care about their own careers. They could have promoted me, but then I would look good and they wouldn't look quite as good. So a lot of managers, they don't want good people. That's the problem with businesses. So then the business suffers. It never needs to happen. This company, they didn't need to shut down that location. I could have helped them out big time. Fired a guy that knows the most about business, the most about investing. You don't do that. But that's why we only control our own house. We can't control other businesses, even if we want to. So where I work, if they're going to fail, I'm going to let them fail, I'm just there for a paycheck, Amazon put them out. No, they didn't need to go out of business. I believed I had a plan which would bring a lot more people in the door, which was going to be different gaming setups. And I believe that what I was going to do in that store, it would have drawn in a lot more people. Okay. I had a plan to bring in a lot more people through that door. Because, you got to do something big. And that's what they didn't understand. I knew that location, they had to do something big. So I was going to set up a whole freaking gaming thing where you could actually sit down, actually game out there. You could freaking game out, have a couple friends come over there. I was going to have a massive screen. Like, they have all these awesome, amazing, high quality TVs, but yet they can't make a display with the game system and an amazing TV that you can just sit down and play. And other people can gather around and watch you play. They can't do that. Why couldn't they do that? That would have been a killer idea. You got to do something big that everyone's going to talk about. If your business is dying, you got to do something drastic. Because at that point, when your business is going under, it doesn't matter anyways. You have to do something big because you're going under anyways. That's what they didn't understand, or they didn't care to see. They didn't see the urgency. They just saw, oh yeah, if they shut down, I won't have to work anymore. I'll get unemployment. And that's probably all they cared about, was their next job, But yeah, those guys were a disgrace. The managers at Best Buy, those guys were complete jackasses, complete idiots, fools that just acted like they knew a lot about sales. The guy was trying to teach me how to sell. I was a car salesman, and the guy's trying to teach me how to sell electronics. The guy was a fool. He was an arrogant fool. I knew that Best Buy was going to go out of business. I knew it. And they weren't going to have some young kid come in there and help save it, and then those guys would have got fired afterwards. John, why are Flex and Coleman hurting so bad, but Cutler and Dorian are living large? I don't know about Flex Wheeler, but Ronnie Coleman destroyed his body. He did way too many steroids. He bench pressed he squatted 800 pounds for 2 reps. You should not push your body that hard. Dorian is the way that they trained. Okay. Dorian didn't really do squats because I think he did squats and he hurt himself. So that way he stopped. So that saved him because Dorian, he didn't do squats. So that's probably why Dorian is good. He trained smarter. Just fucking look at it. Dorian learned from Mike Mentzer. Mike Mentzer is one of the top guys in the world for training. So there's no doubt that he's didn't get injured really, He did tear his bicep though. But yeah, Dorian's doing good. And Cutler's doing good because of their training, They trained smarter. So, Nettie vegan bodybuilder. Mike O'Hearn or Rich Piano? I think Vegan Gains is the best vegan bodybuilder. Vegan Gains. You ever heard of Vegan Gains? He's a good bodybuilder. Yeah. Flex Wheeler lost his leg, dude, and had to have kidney transplant. Well, the kidney transplant is probably from roids and super high protein diets. The kidneys can hurt your body, your liver and your kidneys, and the kidneys can't process that much. You know, Ray Menser, his kidneys went out too, and he was on dialysis. A lot of bodybuilders have kidney problems. Okay, bodybuilding is not healthy. It's not healthy. That's why I tell you guys, you know, don't bodybuild. You should just try to stay very fit. Stay fit and healthy. There's no need to try to bodybuild and get massive because you can't maintain that unless you stay on gear year round. Okay. As soon as you jump off the gear, you're going to lose all your gains, bro. Vegan Gains is such a winner, though. Weiner. He was funny back in the day. I think now he just sits around in his room and games and just collects money from his Patreon members that he got from when he was funny. You know, I don't think he's very funny anymore. Silver won't go over 120. Well, yes, it will. Kidney stones. Yeah, kidney stones, you're just making a statement there. You're just, okay. Kidney stones can be dealt with, you know, you shoot in these different vibration sound waves, and it can break up the kidney stones. So kidney stones are not really a problem anymore because of the modern medical treatment. They can break them up. So they'll still probably hurt coming out. And I got lucky. I never had a kidney stone, you know. They say if you eat a lot of oxalates, you can get kidney stones. So almost fried my kidneys, no roids, just tournament, MMA training, biking, hiking, running around with the homies. Almost fried your kidneys just from random stuff like that? Okay, I don't know. Forcing a husky on a vegan diet should put you in jail. Yes, that's not right to put a husky on a vegan diet. I think that is wrong for sure, for sure. I can't believe someone would even do that, but they hurt real bad not coming. That's the easy part. It's called pissing razors for a reason. What's the spot price on kidney stones? Vegan Gains did that. John, which would you rather have if you could pick? Heart attack, stroke, or skin cancer? You can only pick one. I'd take the skin cancer because I could cure that with dandelion root, colloidal silver, wheatgrass juice, barley grass juice, oatgrass juice. Eliminate all sugar from your diet. So if I got cancer, I believe I would eradicate it in a very short amount of time. I would just take on a whole new diet, you know, and just an all anti-cancer diet. So yeah, if I got cancer, I wouldn't even care. I just cure that shit right away. So come on, guys, give a super chat. Usually we get some super chats. We got nothing. John has the cure to cancer. They don't want you to know that you can do that on your own. They want you to spend the big money on the radiation, you know, which poisons your body. So this guy might be a little bit sarcastic in saying that I have the cure. He thinks I'm arrogant. I just believe that God gave us everything we need to make our bodies healthy. Nature has everything we need. Okay. Research dandelion extract and wheatgrass juice. Okay. These are very good, potent anti-cancer. These have anti-cancer benefits. Okay. Also, do some research on sugar and cancer because sugar actually feeds cancer. So if you have cancer, first thing I would recommend, I'm not a doctor, okay, but the first thing I would recommend is that you fast. It means you completely stop eating everything, okay? And then do that for a few days. And then I would say start eating, but eat very, very healthy. Eat like eggs, vegetables, broccoli, sprouts. You got to eat sprouts because those have sulforaphane, okay? So if we're talking about anti-cancer, you got to research sulforaphane, dandelion root, and wheatgrass juice. All right, guys? So if you do know anyone who has cancer, but let me tell you this, guys. If you find someone that has cancer and you tell them, if you tell them, you know, you might be able to cure it if you do this, and this, they'll say, are you a doctor? No. Well, I'm not going to do that then because my doctor said I need to go get radiation. Like, okay, goodbye. You don't want to be cured. You don't want to help yourself. You want cancer. Okay. A lot of these people, they want cancer because they hate themselves and they hate life and they like to suffer and they will not cure themselves. They will not eat wheatgrass juice. Oh, my doctor said I shouldn't take wheatgrass juice. It's all about your doctor, huh? You only listen to the doctor. Stupid. Just stupid people. Don't you think that